The TransCP Early Warning Platform aims to unify and automate the various civil protection processes regarding the prevention of natural and man-made risks. Civil protection officers can access the integrated system through the dashboard that is presented in this video. User authentication is necessary for platform access. Users just need to fill in the username and password fields and press the login button. The user profile section is situated on the top right corner. Through this section, users can modify their personal information, select the language in which they require the platform to be translated, or log out. Let's go back to the dashboard homepage. The main menu appears in a sidebar to the left of the screen. Some modules appear also in a form of cards to the right of the screen. Planned tasks are presented in a list in tabular format. Calendar functions that allow filtering elements by date are positioned to the top of the screen where necessary. By clicking on the Alerts tab, users can access the feature which creates alerts and communicates them to the appropriate users. Alerts can be created either as a result of planned daily actions related to the planning and prevention early warning mechanism, or as a result of emergency events which require the immediate attention of the user. In each of the above cases, a yellow box will appear in a prominent part of the dashboard, on which the type of alert, the organization that issued it, and the date and time of issuance are displayed. Users have the ability to inspect and manage alerts. After selecting the View All button or by clicking on the Alerts tab, users can see all issued alerts, one per line. Alerts can be filtered by date issued by using the calendar option at the top of the list. The alert contains specific information about an event and a list with tasks that must be followed. Users can check the details of the alert by clicking on the corresponding line. This brings up the Alert Details page where Alert ID, date created, sent and alert subject are displayed. There is also information about whether the user has forwarded the alert to someone else and the contents of the alert message. The second option available to users is forwarding the alert to other entities and users in the system. This can be done either directly from the alert list by clicking the Forward button or via the same button inside the Alert Details page. By clicking either button, the user is redirected to a pop-up modal that contains an input form called Forward Alert in which the list of recipients must be completed. The user must complete the form with the email addresses of the recipients by inserting each email in a different line. Finally, clicking the Send button forwards the message to the selected recipients and updates the alert detail page with the proper information. By clicking on Forwarding Lists, users can create new predefined lists. The Tasks module concerns the set of manual tasks assigned to the users. The tasks constitute the daily obligation of the user required in case of low risk and the emergency action in case of high risk. The Tasks module receives a daily list of tasks either at a certain point in the working day or continuously as the mechanisms that send alarm signals provide information to the central administration. From this screen, the user can see all tasks related to him, the date when the task was created, and the task status. The tasks are displayed in calendar order. A trigger button in the Actions column directs the user to the intended point of the platform in order to perform the needed action. In this screen, the example of the task upload map is being displayed. Uploading of a map can be done directly through the Upload Map tab on the left or card on the right. Let's upload a danger map for the case of Greece. After uploading the map, the system analyzes it automatically, and according to the process, it creates alerts for the regions in danger. The map module displays the fire risk map in an interactive way. Users can access the map from the main side menu on the right or from the card on the left. Depending on the country to which the current user of the platform belongs, access will be provided to the respective country risk map. This screen displays a sample fire risk map of Greece, color-coded according to actual fire risk of each region on that particular day. The different colors show the different level of risk. The administrative units which are at low risk are colored in green, while those which are at high risk are shown in red. This feature is also useful for distinguishing the borders between two neighboring regions. The Monitors module presents a series of different forecasting systems integrated in the Transip Early Warning platform in order to facilitate the work of users. It shows the selected sets of emergency monitoring tools and helps the user combine all necessary information in order to determine the criticality of the situation. Users can access monitors from the main side menu on the right or from the card on the left. Depending on the user's country of origin, the corresponding systems are presented. This screen displays the systems monitored for the case of Greece. System users can add or remove the displayed monitoring systems based on what is needed for their area of interest. By clicking on the Edit button on the top of the screen, the user is redirected to the Edit Systems Monitored section, where a list of integrated systems is presented. Selection of desired systems is performed via the checkboxes in the right column, and validation of this choice is done by clicking the Update button. These options allow users to customize their view by selecting the systems that they are interested in. The Processes module of the Transip Early Warning platform offers the user with the ability to visualize the business processes of the respective country civil protection unit that depict the actions and actors involved in the daily plans of each country. Users can access processes from the main side menu on the right or from the card on the left. This screen displays an example for the case of Greece. A calendar feature is also available and allows the user to observe past processes, if any. The user can select a process by clicking on the process line and inspect the business process diagram. This is simply a visualization of the process, and the user cannot directly interact and modify the diagram. The Machine Learning Repository module provides a brief explanation to the user about how artificial intelligence and machine learning is utilized in the field of early wildfire detection and alert creation through an automated procedure. The goal is to present the early warning platform user with detailed information on the contents and provided services related to the fire prediction analysis. The platform provides several resources that can be used as a starting point for experimentation, as well as a set of tools, algorithms, datasets, and papers that have been utilized to create the machine learning experimentation module. Users can access Machine Learning Repository from the main side menu on the right or from the card on the left. The presented tool has two sections: the Fire Detection Repository and the Fire Detection Tool. The repository presents gathered data on the different necessary components of the presented tool. Users can navigate through the repository and obtain valuable information on the components of an early warning fire and smoke detection system. The Image Datasets tab provides a list with the image datasets used to train a fire detection model in the Transip Early Warning project. The datasets depict the actual item that needs to be detected. The Algorithms and Models tab provides a list with the algorithms and models used to achieve the classification of images into ones that contain fire and smoke and those not. Available models are also presented to users as a starting point for the generation of a successful model for wildfire prediction. Another key component is the use of the correct tools and libraries that are used to either prepare the dataset or to train the model by using the selected algorithm. The Tools and Libraries tab provides the most useful free-to-use tools and useful programming libraries which make model training easier. The Papers tab provides a list with published scientific papers that contain information on machine learning implementations in fire detection. This limited literature review focuses on different use cases that include data from static ground-based cameras, aerial images from drones and UAVs, and satellite imagery. Each paper highlights the different approach followed based on the type of data available to achieve a successful prediction model. The Fire Prediction Analysis tool showcases an actual model that can predict wildfires through flame or smoke detection. Users can experiment with state-of-the-art machine learning algorithms that detect smoke or fire. The type of input to be given to the system for detection can either be an image or a video. The user uploads the desired input to the platform and the model can categorize the image as either containing fire or smoke or neither of the two. The output is always of the same type as the input. In the case of video input, analysis is performed on all frames. Each frame or image is returned with the appropriate segmentation, meaning that it is divided into sections delimited by bounding boxes that denote either fire or smoke. Let's upload an image. The name of the detected element is written on the top right corner of each box along with the detection probability as given by the model. The detection probability is a metric that shows how confident the model is that the shown object belongs in the provided class of fire or smoke. The output of the tool can be downloaded by the user. Access to the platform can be achieved also on mobile devices. The main menu appears by clicking on the top left corner. The User Profile section is situated on the top right corner. The list of tasks and calendar feature are situated on the top and module cards can be found below. The contents of each module appear in the same way as for desktop devices. Users can go back to the home page anytime by clicking on Transip Early Warning on top left corner next to the menu list or by clicking on the Dashboard tab within the menu list.